This is Houska Castle, located about an hour and 15 minutes drive north of Prague. Houska is perhaps one of the earliest castles within the Czech Republic, certainly one with a very rich history and a large number of legends and stories surrounding it. The unusual thing about Houska Castle is that it is an inside-out castle. Local legends and stories say that a deep fissure in the sandstone rock was the source of unworldly creatures that would come out and steal local livestock and even kidnap people. And in order to keep this unspeakable horror that was coming from this hole in the earth at bay, they put stone slabs over the fissure and built a church, a chapel on top of this mouth to hell. And the castle ramparts are inside the castle, protecting the outside world from this other world. Entering the inner courtyard, it's possible to discover the original structure of the castle. In Gothic times, the castle just had 3 stone wings, and the southern wing was added in the Renaissance period. So if you look up in the courtyard, it's possible to see the original Gothic arches, the lancets. On the southern side, there would have been a stone wall, a vallum, and a moat on the other side. The castle then would have sat on top of the sandstone rock and would have been very inaccessible. There would be some rooms and tunnels, perhaps a tunnel leading to the valley, heading through the sandstone. Ferdinand III, following the 30 Years' War, made the decision that the castle should be made accessible, more of a hunting lodge, and he added the southern wall through which the current entrance comes, which gives easy access to the valley below.
Vy, kteří přicházíte za zelené, prosím počkejte na nás v první místnosti nahoře.
The hunting lounge has many hunting trophies on display. Particularly there are many spotted fallow deer displayed. During the 30 Years' War, the castle was occupied by the Swedish army. Their commander, Oronto, used this castle as a place to practice black magic, and he was said to practice this black magic within the hunting lounge. The local people said that Oronto, the Swedish general, was doing unspeakable things with the castle, and it wasn't long before 2 of the local huntsmen climbed up the castle wall and let fly 2 arrows and Count Aranto met an untimely end. Like all castles within the Czech Republic, there is always a dark history. This particular history has a twist around the fact that people have always believed that this is the gateway to hell. The Duke of the Dubarg clan told prisoners that they could have a full pardon if they would agree to be lowered into the fissure in the earth. One prisoner agreed to this, and it said after a while he started screaming, and when he was pulled up his hair had turned white and he died shortly afterwards. During the Second World War, the SS occupied this castle. We don't know exactly what went on here as the records were destroyed. But there are also rumours that they had a very similar practice with prisoners.
To se kamery netýká, já věřím. Pocen to jen potom. To je pocen.
The ancient chapel is the very centrepiece of Houska, and is dedicated to St. Michael, who we see on these frescoes on the walls. We also see St. Christopher, and we also see a very unusual figure that is possibly pagan or pre-Christian, and this is this centaur, a left-handed archer who's firing an arrow. The exact meaning of the centaur is not known. It's possibly pre-Christian, possibly depicting something which is thought to have lived in the fissure itself.
Son, unhappy shadow, though you are black as night, and she made all of light, follow thy fair son.